Hi, welcome to today's Paint and Draw Together channel. My name is Lela, and today, while I'm painting one of the winter scene paintings, let's talk about why winter plein air watercolor painting is worth the effort, every bit of it. It was winter, and it still is. It's quite cold outside, but cities can be quite dark and uninspiring. And one of the best ways to break that short days and long nights is to just get out of the city, look at the countryside or mountains, and find something which is speaking to you, which is inspiring, and which really calls you to pick up your brush and paint or draw at a time outdoors and then bring it back and finish it up, as is what I've done here. Winter can feel like a time to hibernate, but stepping outside to paint plein air during this season is an extraordinary experience. The stark beauty of winter landscapes, with their muted tones and quiet stillness, offers a unique opportunity to capture nature's essence in a way that other seasons simply can't provide. For a watercolor artist, winter scenes present a rich challenge with crisp skies, frosty trees, and the play of light on snow creating compositions that are both inspiring and serene. When you go out to paint in winter, you begin to notice details that often go unnoticed. Snow, for instance, isn't just white, it reflects blues, purples, and even pinks under certain lighting. Observing how sunlight hits ice or how frost clinges to branches allows you to explore subtle color shifts that watercolors are perfect for capturing. The delicacy of the medium mirrors the fragility of the fleeting beauty of winter, and painting from life lets you truly connect with the scene in front of you. Even being just outdoors counts. Being outdoors in the winter also provides a sensory experience that informs your art. The chill in the air, the crunch of snow underfoot, and the unique hum of nature create an atmosphere that's both invigorating and peaceful. This heightened awareness brings life to your work, as you're not just painting a scene, but also the feeling of being there. Plein air painting forces you to be present, to look closer, and to embrace the elements, turning even the coldest days into an adventure. Winter offers unique lighting conditions that can't be replicated in other seasons. The sun is lower in the sky, casting long shadows and a softer golden light, as you can see later in this meadow in front of the farmhouses. This creates opportunities for dramatic contrast with the interplay of light and shadow on snow covered landscapes, providing endless inspiration. Capturing the subtle variations in light and color with watercolor paints can result in breathtakingly atmospheric piece that evokes the magic of winter. If you look closely here, the sky in my small tiny painting is crisp. It is cold, it's frosty, but it's sunny. And the top of the sky is darker blue while the bottom is much lighter blue. However, if you pay attention closer to horizon, there is a purple haze, which is different clouds which are visible closer to horizon line, which creates beautiful contrast to those orange red buildings and also golden dry field in front of them. One of the joy of plein air watercolor painting in winter is the challenge of working quickly. The cold weather often demands shorter painting sessions, encouraging you to simplify your composition and focus on the most important elements of the scene. This spontaneity can lead to looser, more expressive paintings than capture the essence of the moment rather than every detail. The time constraint teaches you to trust your instincts and let go of perfectionism. And here, as you can see, I barely have a few lines. It was cold, and I had to work very quickly to make this drawing on the side of the road. Painting outdoors in winter also gives you the chance to experiment with techniques inspired by the environment. For example, you can use the natural textures of watercolor washes to mimic the look of frosty environment, or use dry brush techniques to replicate the texture of tree bark in watercolor, portraying the winter. The dampness in the air can even affect how the paint behaves on the paper, offering unexpected surprises that add character to your work. While the cold can be deterrent, proper preparation makes winter plein air painting enjoyable. Dressing warmly in layers, using hand warmers, I did that, and bringing a thermos of hot tea or coffee, I did that as well, can keep you comfortable while you work. Setting up a portable easel or sitting on an insulated mat allows you to focus on your painting without worrying about the cold ground or snow. Adapting to these conditions fosters a sense of resilience and accomplishment, making the experience even more rewarding. Winter landscapes often have a quiet, meditative quality that translates beautifully into watercolor. Unlike the busy, colorful scenes of summer or fall, winter strips the landscape down to its essentials. This simplicity challenges you to work with a limited palette, emphasizing composition, value, and texture. The process of distilling a scene to its core elements can improve your artistic skills and deepen your appreciation for the natural world. Another benefit of painting outdoors in winter is the solitude. Fewer people venture out during the colder months, giving you the space to immerse yourself fully in your surroundings. This peaceful environment allows for uninterrupted focus, making it easier to lose yourself in the act of painting. The quiet stillness of winter has a calming effect, and the experience of creating art in such a serene setting can be profoundly therapeutic. Plein air painting in winter also connects you to the rhythm of the season. It's easy to stay indoors when it's cold, but stepping outside reminds you of the beauty and resilience of nature. Watching how snow falls, melts, and transforms the landscape offers a fresh perspective on the world around you. It's a reminder that art, like nature, is ever changing, and what inspires us, and that inspiration can be found in the most unexpected places. For those who are hesitant to paint outdoors in winter, the rewards far outweigh the challenge. The unique beauty of winter landscapes, the chance to experiment with new techniques, and the opportunity to improve your skills make it a worthwhile endeavor. Painting from life helps you see the world more clearly and teaches you to appreciate the nuances of light, color, and form in a way that photos simply can't replicate. You can see here how the photograph looks like, and at the end, you will see how the painting looks like. I did use photograph to just look at the colors, but what I used much more is my memory of the scene while I was drawing it, and that certainly shows in the final painting. Winter plein air painting also encourages creative problem solving. For example, you might need to find ways to keep your water from freezing, such as adding a small amount of alcohol to it or using an insulated container. These small challenges can be surprisingly satisfying to overcome and add to the sense of accomplishment you feel when completing a painting. The experience of painting outdoors in winter can also inspire a deeper connection to your art. There is something magical about capturing a fleeting moment in nature, knowing that the scene will never look exactly the same again. This impermanence adds a sense of urgency and excitement to your work, pushing you to capture the essence of the scene before it changes. Additionally, winter plein air painting can lead to surprising discoveries. A hike to find the perfect spot might reveal hidden trails, frozen streams, or unexpected wildlife encounters that inspire future paintings. These moments of discovery add an element of adventure to your artistic practice, making each outing unique and memorable. Like here, I found this completely orange set of farm buildings, which is unusual but exceptionally beautiful subject to paint, especially in winter when everything is blue or purple in nature, and those orange colors simply stand out as a stark contrast to the blues and purples. Painting outdoors in winter can also foster a sense of community. Joining a group of like minded artists for plein air season and plein air session can be a fun and motivating way to share the experience. Even if you prefer to paint alone, sharing your winter paintings with others can spark conversations and connections that enrich your creativity and creative journey. For artists seeking to push their boundaries, winter plein air painting offers a chance to grow. The challenges of working in cold weather, capturing unique lighting conditions, and simplifying complex scenes all contribute to your development as an artist. Over time, you will find that these experiences enhance your ability to observe, adapt, and create. Finally, winter plein air painting reminds us that beauty exists in every season. While it's easy to be inspired by the lush greens of summer or the fiery colors of autumn, winter's subtle palette and quiet charm offer a different kind of inspiration. By stepping outside to paint in the cold, you're embracing the season's unique gifts and celebrating the ever changing beauty of the natural world. Now let's talk about this painting which I'm working on. As you can see, it's very small. It's only 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters. It is 100% cotton, hot press watercolor paper, which is great paper to accomplish this beautiful sky, which starts as darker blue and then as it approaches horizon line, it becomes much lighter. I enjoy working on those small sketchbooks with a limited palette because I can capture that scene relatively quickly, usually in about 2 hours. And that's perfect for plein air painting. Even if I need to finish painting like now indoors, it's still acceptable amount of time. And I can finish it while I still have memory of how it looked like outside. And if you look, you can see that photograph doesn't give all those details which eventually I have in the painting. The rest came from my memory. Just being able to get outside and break that cold wintry day, which in the city might look in a way depressing, is huge reward and so worthwhile. If you just get out of the city and look around, there will be something in the nature which is going to call you and make you stop and pause and make a break on the side of the road or hike short trail and find that unique something which will be so breathtaking and so refreshing and so enriching that you have to capture it. And here in this case, I saw these beautiful farmhouses and they were on the side of the road. I just drove by and then had to come back and stop and actually make a drawing, which later I can use to paint. And I did it right when I came back because I did remember how everything looked like, and that is hugely helpful. To paint this crisp wintry sky, I used wet in wet technique. You probably noticed that at the beginning I wet the whole paper above the horizon line a few times until the water was deeply soaked into the paper and only then started dropping phthalo blue paint. Initially, it looked almost too dark and too strong, but I knew that watercolor will dry much lighter, and when it dries, it's going to be just right. Then, closer to horizon line, while everything was damp, I carefully placed darker purple color so that I captured this haze of purple cloud hovering around horizon line. And that was sufficient. One layer for the entire sky with a soft, beautifully transition gradated wash. Then it was time to approach front ground. And here I wanted to make those buildings to stand out. They are really beautiful and they have this beautiful orange red glow on the sunny side, which is on the left side of the composition, and more brownish and still red hues combined with purple hues on the opposite shadow side, which is on the right side. So it is important to notice where the source of the light is. And in this case, sun is at the top left corner of the composition, and on that left side will be highlights, and on the opposite side, which is right side, will be shadows. And that is what I paint here. Purple and dark brownish red shadows on the right side, and glowing, much lighter values of yellow, orange, or even pink on the left side. Once I complete initial color application on those buildings and bushes closer to horizon line, then I can approach the foreground. In the foreground, we had this dried meadow, which still doesn't have much of a snow on it. It probably melted because there is still grass which covers the soil, but it does have a few bushes or a few tall weeds which are still standing out. Now, to accompany this beautiful purple sky with something which is in harmony with it, I added this small patch of road or side of the road which still has snow on it. And that is the place where we can see how shadows in the snow look very dramatic and pretty purple and blue in color. This is deliberate choice because that small patch of white, blue, purple at the front and foreground is matching this sky, which is also blue and purple, and the whole composition sings. So that's quite important tip. If you use one color in painting in one section, it is very important to try to find some other place in the painting where that color could be applied as well, so that the whole composition looks unified and as if all those elements belong to each other. They reflect among each other, and when the viewer looks at the painting, it does look quite unified and beautiful to look at. What's also important is to have these contrasting colors next to each other. Here I have these sections of blue purple at the top and at the bottom, but in between there is a lot of yellow, orange, and red, which is complementary to purples and blues. And that's why the painting sings and has that feeling of completely illuminated light in it. So while I'm finishing this painting, I hope you will, by watching this video and listening to me today, get inspired to get out and find your beautiful wintry subject which you can paint. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next video.